Next on USA, Saturday night is something else, starting with Weird Science. Campus Cops go on the beat at 9:30, followed by Duckman at 10 and Weekly World News at 10:30.
Mom, when's dinner?
Yeah, Weird Science is coming on. Amy!
Ew. Hey, Dad.
I hate this computer.
Dad, just do this, this, and that.
Thanks.
Step
Get out of my way! Move it! Come on, I want to watch Weird Science.
Hey,
Will you
kids,
stop
just
it?
watch
Leave
TV.
me alone.
Next up, Weird Science.
You make man? No. Woman. Woman. He's alive! Alive!
Let's get ready to rumble! In this corner, hailing from Lancaster, PA, and weighing in at 21 stone, Zebediah Schmidt, the Amish Avenger! And his opponent, straight from St. Peter's Basilica, weighing in at a divine 305 pounds, the Monsignor of Mayhem, Cardinal Carnage. Wrestle!
There's a lockdown.
You break clean when I tell you to break.
I'm glad you asked us along, Chet. This is fun.
Fun? You call two guys beating each other into bloody pulps fun? This is the legacy of the Roman gladiator. Noble combat between honorable warriors.
I guess the grandeur sort of went over my head.
Come on, Zebediah, fight his ass again!
Cardinal Carnage is feeling all of that one.
These seats suck.
What do you mean? They're ringside. Best seats Daddy Donnelly's platinum card could buy.
Well, maybe I'd enjoy them more if I wasn't 6 frickin' inches tall.
Chet will hear you.
Yeah.
Don't!
Hey, stop poking me. Your nipples are like hubcaps.
Sorry, it's cold in here.
The Amish Avenger is turning this into a real
Shut up! You little stinking puke.
Who's gonna make me, altar boy?
Chet, shut up!
Lighten up, sis. This is what wrestling's all about. We heckle them, they yell back at us. It's all in good fun.
Hey, didn't I see you at the Michael Bolton concert?
He's dead.
Chet, no! Do something, he's gonna get killed!
Well, if that's the case, dibs on his seat.
Something funny, you wafer-eating panty waste?
Now, it's my turn.
Oh my God! Carnage just yanked the fan into the ring! This moron's going to get married!
Blood! Blood! Blood!
You know, he is gonna get killed if you don't do something.
Blood! 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 Blood!
Okay, let's make it a fair fight. I got Wyatt, too.
Oh my God! He's got Carnal Carnage in a scissor lock! Who is this mystery man?
Was that me?
You turned them both into wrestlers?
They each got half the spell, but as long as they're together, they can't be beat.
Ooh, you know that's gonna leave a mark.
Unbelievable! These two scrawny nobodies have swooped out of nowhere to defeat Cardinal Carnage!
You just do all that? What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but I like it.
Minister Zapp's congregation.
I don't just baptize them, I zaptize them.
This story and more on Weekly World News on USA. Tonight at 10:30.
My guy's a Mega Man. He doesn't sleep enough, he doesn't eat right, so he takes Mega Man from GNC. It's a multivitamin formulated just for men, and he's a better man for it.
Mega Man, only at General Nutrition Centers. Here's to your health, America.
How do you get clean and fresh?
Jergens body shampoo. I get so much lather.
You really can feel the clean, and it rinses clean without soap film. This freshness is fabulous.
Jergens body shampoo, now in a new moisturizing formula. Another beautiful idea from today's Jergens.
On January 26th, the silence will be shattered.
Call it a screamer.
Where are they coming from?
Underground.
From the author of Blade Runner and Total Recall.
We got a new kind of screamer.
We're smarter now.
Get out of here! There's too many of them. It's useless.
Screamers. Rated R. At theaters January 26th.
Blindfold, monsieur?
No.
Cigarette?
No.
What do you want on your tombstone?
Pepperoni and cheese.
Tombstone Pizza, Pierre!
Introducing new Tombstone French bread pizza, made with the real stuff. Real meat, real cheese, so it's always real good. What do you want on your tombstone? New French bread pizza.
My dad has been my dentist since my first tooth has come in. This is the first toothpaste that he's ever sent me.
This is Tartar Control Mentadent with fluoride, baking soda, and peroxide. Mentadent helps stop tartar before it forms. Tartar Control Mentadent.
It has everything.
When you're in pain, you don't want to just ease the pain or lessen the pain. You want to stop the pain. That's why I use Motrin IB.
Motrin IB. The pain stops here.
How's he, referee? Hey, man, you guys are great.
Thank you. Thank you. Very flattered.
I can't believe two little guys like you took out Cardinal Carnage.
Well, he had it coming. A man shouldn't make fun of another man's musical preferences.
Yep.
Come here, you two guys! Huh? Come here!
Friend of yours, sis?
Tommy Stracchino, World Wrestling Federation. I want to sign you two, boys. You got a raw talent like I never seen before. You two guys, you're gonna be big. You're even gonna be bigger than that Disney flick with the farting warthog.
Look, Mr. Stracchino, me and my brother aren't wrestlers.
You two guys are brothers? That's great, that's great. All right, let me think. Hey, how's this? Mama's Little Psychos, huh? Don't like the psycho bit? Okay, I got other ideas, all right? Let me bounce around a couple of names here, all right? How about Slash and Burn? Rough and Tumble? Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Any of these spark up your windshields yet?
No, I'm out of here.
But this is our big chance. Come on, Wyatt, please.
Wyatt? Since when do you call me Wyatt? Whatever happened to Pit Lick and Marble Bag?
Pit Lick and Marble Bag. I like it. That's great.
Will you please give it a rest?
You're right. Big decisions. I'll just leave you and your brother to wrestle it out amongst yourselves, huh? Get it? I love you guys. You're gonna be big stars. Take it from me.
Look, bro. Obviously, our family has this incredible gift for wrestling that we never knew about. Come on. We're brothers. I'm Uncle Slam.
And I'm Paul Sevier. Together, we're the Yankee Dudes. And the Meat Market Boys better watch out, because Paul Sevier's taking a midnight ride on their spines.
And remember, Meat Market Boys, Saturday night at the Garden, Uncle Slam wants you. And cut! That was beautiful! Are these tights too clingy?
Excuse me. I'm King Kong Bundy, and I was wondering if you weren't busy, if you wouldn't mind stepping out with me this evening.
Oh, darn. Boy, I mean, just look at you. What girl wouldn't? It's just that tonight I have my meeting.
What meeting?
Children of parents. It's a big group, and they're expecting me to bring the potato salad.
Oh, okay. Rain check?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Bye.
Some match, huh?
Nice moves out there. I think you broke the Sphinx's nose.
Well, you grabbed me by my tights.
You gotta love a job where you get paid to moon a crowd of thousands.
You saw my butt?
Just the top, pre-cracked, no pimples.
Hey, Chet.
Yeah.
This past couple of weeks has been... And, well, you know.
Yeah?
And you've,
Oh, yeah, well, I was gonna...
Well, that needed to be said.
Oh, yeah.
You have hung your tights on my locker.
So? It's only a locker. It's not like I took a whiz in it.
We Germans do not appreciate the jokes about the whizzing.
Look, move the tights, wipe off the cooties, and, presto. Good as new.
You have not wiped off all the cooties.
What do you want from us?
I would like to remove his head from his shoulders, shove my fist in his cranial socket, and make a ghastly hand puppet.
Yeah? Or would you like me to show you what I'm gonna do with my little hand? You know, whoa, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I've been wanting to introduce you three guys. Gentlemen, this is Dare Blitzkrieger. He's the Federation's singles champ. This is the guy who put Bobby the Cuisinart Mencia in that electric wheelchair. Yeah, well, maybe someday we'll meet in the ring.
Maybe someday. Soon.
Let those other girls have the beefcake. You've always been my favorite.
I have?
Uh-huh. Can I have your autograph?
Sure. Anything for a beautiful fan?
Oh. I thought you were Screech.
This wish bites. Everything's Chet and Wyatt, Chet and Wyatt. Woo! I can't get a girl to notice me. I thought for sure this wrestling thing would get me in the saddle.
Your problem is you're trying to leech off somebody else's fame.
So, work for all those Baldwin brothers.
If you want to meet a girl, just be nice. Walk up and offer to take her out for ice cream. Girls love that. Make it Chunky Monkey. Girls really love Chunky Monkey.
You just get weirder by the day, don't you?
Here comes Chet. I better take off.
Oh, there.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, hi, King.
I was wondering about that rain check.
Tonight? Oh,
That's what I figured. Don't worry, I understand. Why would a beautiful woman like you want to go for ice cream with a big lug like me?
Ice cream?
I was hoping. What's your favorite flavor? Mine's Chunky Monkey.
Mine too. Seconds?
Oh my God, it's happening.
What?
Hanging out with wrestlers is finally paying off. I found a taker. I think I got a shot at taking the minnow on a 3-hour tour. Hi. Let's get right to it. The name's Gary, close personal friend of the undefeated Yankee dudes. And look, no ring. Get it while it's fresh.
But the real question is, do you have experience?
You kidding? I'm a Barry White album with feet.
Good, because I'd hate for you to die a virgin. Meet my boyfriend.
You're watching Weird Science on USA. Weird Science. Whopper, 99 cents. Get your burger's worth.
The first thing everyone notices about my mom is her smile. My dad calls it her secret weapon. So I understood why she was worried about keeping her gums healthy. And I told her exactly what my dentist told me. Switch to Crest Plus Gum Care. No other toothpaste is proven to help protect against gingivitis. It'll help keep her gums healthier. I know it worked, because the less my mom worries, the more she smiles. And I like that. It's your smile. Shouldn't you protect it with Crest?
You're watching Weird Science on USA. Weird Science.
And A&E special presentation. Pride and Prejudice is special, magnificent and hilarious, a triumph and a real treat.
Beautiful.
An outstanding miniseries with something for everyone. An A&E original, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, beginning Sunday at 8, only on A&E.
Tomorrow, the sun will rise in the east and set in the west. Guaranteed. Babies will cry. Guaranteed. Somewhere a dog will chase a mailman. Guaranteed. And if you're flying on Carnival Airlines anywhere, we'll match the lowest available fares in the air. Guaranteed.
Fly Carnival to Miami from just $92. Call 1-800-8-AIR-FUN. Carnival Airlines, the lowest fares in the air. Guaranteed.
Le duck meets le prude.
A little French dip.
And now he's getting sued.
I am ruining Duckman's life.
Can he be saved by the corny dude?
Let's get him!
Oui, oui, Duckman. An all-new episode tomorrow night at 10 on USA.
Guarding the girls' dorm is the norm. The all-new Campus Cops coming up next.
Saturday night is something else on USA.
First, we put the peanuts in the grinder. Then we shall make the peanut butter.
That'll go real well with the jelly I'm gonna make out of you. Thanks. Now get out of here, Wallace. Now you want to mess with the little wimp? You gotta go through me first.
Yeah. First I break you. Then I use the spindly, effeminate one to floss your remains from my teeth.
That was my dear.
So now is the time when we shall fight. Yeah.
Yeah, indeedy do da.
Yo, take that to the ring.
Good idea. You, me, in the ring after hours. No ref, no rules, and no partners. Like at the end of Rocky II.
You can take him. Little bro, order me a cold one. I'll be back after I tear down the Berlin Wall.
He'll be fine. He's fighting with genie power. Yeah, he's, oh. You know those little things that don't seem important at the time, so you never think to mention them? Things like what? Oh, you know, things like Lisa saying the magic doesn't work unless you and Chet are together.
What are you telling me, Gare? Chet's defenseless against the condominium that kills?
Oh, man, you are about to be in a world of hurt, Blondie.
You do not frighten me, little man. We Germans are trained in the discipline of Einschrottenstand, in which one's private parts are repeatedly pummeled until all pain becomes insignificant.
Oh, yeah? Well, Debbie Lemansky did that to me in the 3rd grade. I didn't even tell the teacher.
You attempt to lull me into false security. Convince me I am fighting a spastic.
Do you think I could just have a minute to warm up?
Yeah, indeedy do da.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You know. You think maybe after this bowl we could go for a walk on the beach or something?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
You Americans, you make me sick with your girly dancing exercises. Everything always sweating to the oldies. Work those abadabas. In Germany, we lift heavy objects.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't take it like a pooch in 2 world wars.
The time for stalling has passed.
You heard the man before. No partners.
I don't have time for this.
Give me one extremely good reason why I shouldn't crush you like a crouton.
Okay, I'll level with you. We have this magic genie who grants us wishes, and she gave Chet and me these cool wrestling powers, but they only work when we're together. So my brother's gonna end up in a body cast if I can't get in there and activate the magic.
Well, I'm doing it. Had a magic genie once.
Thought you could use an assist.
Good to see you, bro.
They got their powers back! Psych!
All right. Nothing stops the Donnelly brothers when they work as a team.
Except the spell wearing off. Chet, trust me.
Run!
Lisa, there's something I want to say. I think you're beautiful and sexy, graceful and sweet, but you eat like a pig.
Huh?
No offense, but I've got my standards.
Another round?
There you go for the table.
Easy. Maybe. Maybe.
It's heaven!
Nope, it's USA.
USA?
Exactly. The Duck stops here tonight at 10 on USA.
We're going to kill them. They're history.
Let me at them. Give me 2 minutes and there'll be nothing left of them.
One bite of Domino's deep dish,
I love.
and you're talking deep.
Sinking my teeth in them.
No stop until the last one's demolished.
The cheese and crust combo that'll blow them away. Mile-high crust loaded with cheese bubbling right to the edge. Call now for a large one topping just $9.99.
Where's the other team?
Another forfeit.
Dear Mr. Clean, my big bottle of cleaner still keeps me on my hands and knees for tough dirt. Can your little bottle really do better?
Ultra Mr. Clean will help you in a big way. Unlike other cleaners, just a capful of Mr. Clean has concentrated ingredients unique to Ultras. This powerful formula attacks and dissolves dirt, easily beating this leading cleaner. So stand up to tough, hard-to-clean dirt with Ultra Mr. Clean. And clean it to the Ultra Shine.
I don't like to admit it, but I do have more aches and pains now than I did 10 years ago. Fortunately, I've also got something else I didn't have 10 years ago. Motrin IB.
Motrin IB. The pain stops here.
My wife's an outstanding dentist. She said, you have to try Mentadent toothpaste.
Mentadent is the only fluoride toothpaste with baking soda and peroxide in a pump.
There are these tiny bubbles that get between the teeth. It was like a shot of fresh air.
Mentadent.
It works.
We did good. Sure did, tough guy.
Ow! Oh, you little bastard. Hey, guys, stop it! Stop it! Stop! Jesus! Hey, break it up! Break it up! Break it up! Break it up! Let's go!
All right, we call it a draw.
Guarding the girls' dorm is the norm. Campus Cops make Saturday night something else on USA. Next.
You know, we could have gone out to dinner in the blizzard of the century. That's mine, not dead. But somebody was supposed to shovel the snow, which is still there.
Kids?
Not me, it's Stedman's turn.
Forget it, Campus Cops is coming on.
Jerk.
Somebody better clean that milk up.
Saturday night is something else on USA. Stay tuned for Campus Cops.
What? That dog will hunt, sir?
What is a woman, Hingle? A woman is not a man, I can tell you that.
No, sir.
Except on Thursday nights in that one bar in Seattle.
I heard about that, sir. I've never been there, though.
But no man ever had the bumps that plagued my dreams, that woke me screaming in the middle of the nights, crunched up around my neck, my tinfoil jammies that keep my life juices from being sucked away from me in my sleep. Sliced it. I used to make them as a boy, you know.
Jammies, sir?
Women, out of paper mache and carpet remnants. Then I'd hide them away in my closet of secret pleasures. But I have never understood them, Hingle.
About that new squad car that we need, sir.
They're not like us, Hingle. They're a whole different sex. When I loosed my precious seed in that moment of passion, I had no idea that 20 years down the road, I'd be putting $400 dresses on it and calling it Stacy. Ricochet!
You're referring to your daughter, sir?
Next hole. Which brings me to sororities. Sororities have women in them. My wife has a woman in her somewhere. My young Stacy is coming to Canfield this year. And she plans on pledging Kappa Alpha Delta. Needless to say, my wife and I are very worried about that.
Oh, I can see why, sir.
Those women habitually humiliate and degrade each other every year during Rush. I used to love it. But now I want it crushed. Close down Kappa Alpha Delta, Hingle. My wife will make my life a living hell. And of course, I will pass along every moment of skin-blistering torment onto you.
Oh, it's very equitable of you, sir.
Keep Stacy busy. I don't want her near that sorority until it has been permanently purged.
Understood.
Enough golf. Let's try some skeet shooting.
Oh! Campus Cops. Starring Ben Baudet, Ryan Hurst, Jerry Kernian, Larita Shelby, J.D. Cullum, David Sage, and Monty Markham as Dean Pilkington. Tonight's episode, Sister, Sister.
It's heaven!
Nope, it's USA.
USA?
Exactly. The Duck stops here tonight at 10 on USA.
What's closest to your baby? What touches him 24 hours a day? Isn't his soft, cuddly teddy bear or his security blanket. It's his diaper. That's why we created new Pampers Premium, the best Pampers ever for your baby's skin. It wraps him in cottony softness inside and out and speeds wetness away faster than other diapers to help keep your baby's skin dry. Nothing is more secure. Nothing is softer, because nothing is closer to your baby, except you. Make them happy. Keep them dry. New Pampers Premium.
It's new, it's thick,
And it's perfect for dipping. Old El Paso, where to take a dip.
It happens in the hospital. It happens at home. It's the onset of heartburn. It's an attack of acid indigestion. For these stomach flare-ups, the #1 choice of hospitals is Maalox. Hospitals know that nothing works faster to rush heartburn relief. Now you know it too. Fast-acting Maalox. Hospitals can count on it for speed, and that's just what you need. Maalox, the first choice for hospitals, the fast choice for home. In fast-acting Maalox tablets too.
What's outrageously colorful, irresistibly light and fluffy, and incredibly easy to make? New Duncan Hines Angel Cups Polka Dot Splash. Candy sprinkles over angel food cupcakes.
Awesome!
Duncan Hines, hot stuff.
Squad, I want you to meet Stacy Pilkington.
Hello, everybody.
Stacy Pilkington, the dean's daughter.
Oh. Well, Stacy's new on campus, and her father's asked us to show her around.
Captain Andy and I volunteer.
Leave you with the dean's daughter. What, do you think I'm insane? You two have been banned from the pre-med building for hitting on their skeleton.
It was a female skeleton, sir.
And a spitting image of supermodel Kate Moss.
Forget it. Meg, thanks for volunteering.
My pleasure, sir.
All right, on to other matters. You are all aware that the scourge of rush is upon us. I must brief you on the subtle signs of fraternity hazing.
You mean the little things like pledge pins, vomit, a naked man blindfolded by the side of the road wearing a necklace of bagels with a Christmas tree tied to his back? Come on.
Well, yes. Well, boys will be boys. But what concerns me is hazing in the sororities. Now, we have targeted one house, Kappa Alpha Delta. We got to gather all the dirt on them we can and close them down.
Oh, Captain, no. You can't stamp out sorority hazing. The drive-by moonings.
Whipped cream fashion parade, the cherry relays.
You might as well stamp out Christmas.
Don't worry, sir. If those girls won't talk, I'll introduce them to an old friend. The Hole. After 3 straight days of night, we'll have a dozen signed confessions.
Very good, Raskin. Run the blood work on him again. Now, the big question is, how do we go about gathering all of this evidence?
Here's your bra, your pantyhose.
Wayne, perhaps you didn't hear me. I won't do it.
Andy, we're going to be in a sorority house. Do you have any idea what women do in front of other women?
What?
I don't know, but it's obviously got to be better than what they do in front of us. I mean, you're always talking about how you wish you were in college. Here's a chance to see what it's like. Hello, Raskin. What do you think?
I've dated worse. Now, I'll be in the surveillance truck outside getting this all on tape. You might want to try a little blush to bring out your naturally high cheekbones. If you don't mind me saying so, you're still looking a bit butch.
I'm not putting a dress on.
Oh, my God.
Miss Pilkington? Miss Pilkington. Fancy meeting you here.
Fancy you following us for half an hour.
So, Stacy, how you enjoying Pledge Week?
Actually, I've been so busy seeing the campus, I haven't had time to rush.
Oh, Royce, I don't suppose you can entertain Stacy while I make this call, huh?
No problem. Hey, you owe me one. So, listen, Stacy, let's talk about your father. I have so much I want to share with him.
You're cute. I'll bet you're smart, too.
Well, I was born a month premature, so I've had extra time to study.
No, absolutely not.
But, Captain, all we want to do is follow in your high-heeled footsteps.
Those were the days. You know, I could have married a doctor.
Captain, I thought it was crazy at first, too, but Wayne reminded me how important it is that we smash out this vile hazing. This is not about seeing girls naked, sir.
Although we hope to see them naked.
This is strictly police business.
Although we hope to see them naked.
Okay. But I don't want any funny business.
Ingle. Ladies. I don't believe we've met. I'm Dean Pilkington. And what are your names?
Names? I'm Cookie.
And I'm... Coffee?
Coffee. Cookie. Well, my wife doesn't understand me, and I have a very wide car.
Bye, Dean. Bye, Captain.
Canfield girls may not be getting any smarter, but they certainly are getting more exotique.
Hi, Royce.
Oh, nothing.
Where's Stacy? You were supposed to be keeping her away from the sorority.
She went to a movie.
Oh. What you typing?
Oh, a letter to my mother. She doesn't get out much since her neck transplant.
You're writing to your mother about the bubonic plague?
Yeah, you know, cheer her up, put things in perspective.
You're doing Stacy's homework. I don't believe you. My son has more sense than this.
Meg, you have a son?
Do you have a picture? Yes, his name is Curtis. Now, look, Stacy, I don't know what you asked Royce to do,
He is
but...
so adorable.
He has your smile. You think so?
He looks so healthy. You must be a great cook.
This breast is your microphone. And this breast is for your video camera. Now, there is tear gas in your purses. And the cinnamon lipstick, when opened, shoots a finishing nail at 2,500 feet per second. So use the Cinnabar.
What?
Wait, we don't need all this stuff. They're women, not Klingons.
Hello?
At any point in the operation, you shout "Red Dog," and I drive through that door laying down a heavy suppressing fire.
Oh, would you cut it out?
All right.
Command center, we're going in.
Hi, I'm Ashley, the Pledge Master. Come on in. And you are?
I'm Coffee. This is Cookie. We're so glad to be here.
So, have you been to any of the other sororities?
A couple, but we're looking for the house with the most brutal and gratuitous hazing rituals.
You have a wonderful sense of humor. And your friend is funny, too, in a different way.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
steroids. She's going out for women's track and field.
I'm sorry, are these all the girls of Kappa Alpha Delta?
No, a dozen sisters just got back from volleyball practice.
Oh.
They'll be down in a few minutes. They're showering.
Oh.
Cookie. Oh, Cookie.
Cookie! Ashley's asking you a question.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna go upstairs and take a whiz.
Pardon me?
I mean, freshen up.
It's so much more fun without men around.
Cake. Can I have a piece?
No. The icing hasn't set.
Quite a coincidence, you baking a cake when Stacy's failing European cooking, huh? You suck up.
You don't know what it's like for her, being the dean's daughter.
She's lonely.
Don't talk to me about lonely, Missy. The only reason I got this big was to keep myself company. Don't get between me and my meal ticket, Meg. One of these days, I'm gonna be running this department.
I think it's more likely that one day you're gonna eat this department.
So that's how you feel. If you'll excuse me, she's planning on wearing this tonight.
Bye!
Oh, I hope you had a good time, Coffee.
Oh, it's been an absolute treat.
Bye.
Oh, my feet are killing me. You find anything out?
Oh, yes. Ashley's got boyfriend troubles, and she's thinking about switching her major to psych. She is so nice. I have never had such a good time in my life. Oh, and I'm thinking about pledging.
Some personal planners are so complicated. You actually have to go to school to learn to use them. That's why Cambridge makes their day planners so easy to use. They come complete with everything you need to organize your busy schedule, and it's all in one handsome package. So with Cambridge, you don't have to spend time learning how to organize your time.
Are there any questions?
Cambridge Day Planners, the easy way to plan your day. Pick the one that's right for you.
Huh. They say these little pills coat like Pepto-Bismol and relieve like Pepto-Bismol, but they don't taste like Pepto-Bismol? How do they expect people to swallow that?
With water, dear.
Pepto-Bismol caplets, the comfort of Pepto without the taste.
Wherever you're waking up, there's freshly brewed coffee by the cup.
Folgers Coffee Singles is ground roast Folgers in its own filter for one great cup anywhere.
Best part of waking up
is Singles in your cup.
You're watching Campus Cops on USA.
Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion are coming down the yellow brick road to an ice extravaganza you'll remember forever. The Wizard of Oz on Ice. PC Richard & Son invites all children under 12 to save $2.50 on tickets to select performances with coupons from PC Richard & Son. Buy tickets at the box office and all Ticketmaster outlets or charge by phone 212-307-7171. See The Wizard of Oz on Ice, playing Madison Square Garden January 17th through 21st. There's no place like Oz on Ice.
Want to ride on the edge between the exotic and the extreme? Join us on MTV's ultimate winter vacation. From the land of luau's and lays to the peaks of Aspen. Get baked with Bill, then chill inside Kennedy's Aspen Igloo. Lounge around with Oasis, Goo Goo Dolls, LL Cool J, and Cypress Hill. Go all the way with Jenny, Daisy, Peter, Simon, and more. MTV's ultimate winter vacation. Weeknights at 6 and 8. MTV, plug in.
You are entering the universe of Sci-Fi Entertainment, the official magazine of the Sci-Fi Channel. Call 1-800-77-SCI-FI for movie and series info, interviews, news and reviews on videos, books, and technology. It's your only source for the sci-fi schedule, movie listings, and channel exclusives. Test your mental metal. Call 1-800-77-SCI-FI. Get 6 issues of Sci-Fi Entertainment for only $15.95. Have your Visa or MasterCard ready. Welcome to the Edge.
During the past 50 years, I've been seen by millions of people. I've reported on wars, presidential debates, and the woman who gave birth to Bigfoot's baby. I'm Edwin Newman. Join me for weekly world news on USA.
Tonight.
Les Duck meets Les Prudes.
A little French dip.
And now he's getting sued.
I am ruining Duckman's life.
Can he be saved by the corny dude?
Let's get him! Get him!
Oui, oui, Duckman. An all-new episode tonight at 10 on USA.
Ingo! Oh. That hen house is still open, and where do I find you? Lazing on the floor. Well, I hope you're getting a lot of rest, Hingle, because I'm sleeping with the dog. Sure, he smells better than Margaret, but I know he's just waiting, plotting his savage revenge because I had him neutered.
I expect results any moment, sir.
Don't let my daughter down, Hingle. Nothing must happen to that sweet, lovely girl, because I've arranged to have my brain transferred into her body seconds before my death.
You make a very fine woman, sir.
I want to say, hi, I'm friendly, but not, hi, I'm easy. Maybe I need a man's opinion. Where's Royce?
Royce isn't speaking to me. I said something that upset him.
Wayne and I are having problems, too. What is it with men?
I haven't been able to figure them out. They can make you crazy.
Tell me about it.
Where the hell is everybody? We're supposed to be stamping out hazing in that sorority. I need results, McCormick, now, instantly, yesterday, or everyone is going to be on suspension for 2 weeks without pay. Any questions?
Is it possible to get a subtler shade of mascara, because the one I was issued, frankly, makes me look cheap?
As we enter into the covenant of Kappa Alpha Delta, we pledge to dutifully uphold the everlasting bonds of sisterhood.
Ladies, shed the hoods of adolescence. You are now women of CAD.
That was so beautiful. For the first time in my life, I feel I actually belong.
You belong in a nut house.
Marty, you have to tell the entire group an embarrassing secret.
You go, girl.
All right, when I was in high school, I was Miss Teenage Delaware.
Cookie?
Oh, okay, well, when I was in high school, I was voted Miss Convertible because it was so easy to get my top down.
Ooh. Oh, Cookie. You have to give me the name of your stylist. Maybe you can do something with this rat's nest of mine. Oh, Sandy, love the frog. Oh. Hi.
Could I talk to you? Alone. I don't think these girls just take their tops off and haze somebody. I've been there for 2 days, and the only woman I've seen half naked is me.
Wayne, I love it here. I have goals. I can talk about my feelings. Oh, it is so liberating.
The only thing we're going to be liberated from is our jobs if we don't find some evidence.
I can't do that to Ashley. She's my best friend.
I'm your best friend.
You're jealous because I'm a better woman than you.
Oh, I am every bit the woman you are, sister.
Oh, yeah?
I hear they call you Miss Convertible. Want to go for a beer?
Oh, so you're saying you'd rather go out with me than him? I mean, her?
Whatever. So, Sweet Pea, you want to sit on my lap and I'll tell you a story?
Oh, no, I don't like stories.
Ooh, little pig, let me in.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
It's Cookie. We had a big fight.
Oh, I know how that is. You know, I broke up with my best friend before I came to Canfield. Why don't we get a glass of wine, go upstairs, lie on my bed, and just have a good old cry?
Oh, I'd love that. I feel we've developed a special bond. So, there's one thing I should tell you first. Not that'll make any difference between us.
Oh, no, of course it won't, sweetie.
I'm really a guy.
Where are your breasts, Cookie? You read me. Come in.
Hi.
Oh, Cookie, my little morsel. Did I tell you I have a sweet tooth? In fact, in college, they called me Cookie Monster.
To think I was coming here to apologize to you. Royce, you've done some low things, but taking my cake really takes the cake.
To you, this is just a white satin 3-layer coconut dream cake with cream cheese carnations. But to me, it's a career. Now, if you think you're giving it to her, you're sadly mistaken.
Royce, you've become obsessed. I'm doing this for your own good. Hand it over.
Forget it, sister.
Stuffed in the flour.
You brainless, pusillanimous pinheads have failed me for the last time. I cannot believe that 2 undercover officers were inside the Kappa Alpha Delta sorority house for 2 whole days with the sole purpose of closing it down.
Daddy! You are not closing CAD. Wait till I tell Mommy.
Oh, no, sweetie, no. Now, it's not like that. Engel, what is it like?
But your father had nothing to do with this. It was my idea. Well, fearing for your safety, I put 2 of my officers inside your sorority to investigate.
What?
He did. Imbeciles.
Well, your father found out about it, and he read us the Riot Act, and rightly so.
Oh, Daddy. I'm so sorry I doubted you.
Oh, sweetie. Just be sure and tell your mother. Bye-bye.
Sir, considering what's just happened, do you think I might get that new squad car now?
What? After you almost closed down my daughter's sorority against my direct orders? Engel, are you out of your mind?
Next on USA, it's the outrageous Duckman, followed at 10:30 by Weekly World News. Then at 11, it's Gilbert Gottfried and USA Up All Night.
We're going to kill them. They're history.
Let me at them. Give me 2 minutes and there'll be nothing left of them.
One bite of Domino's deep dish.
I love.
And you're talking deep.
Sinking my teeth in them. No stop until the last one's demolished.
The cheese and crust combo that'll blow them away. Mile-high crust loaded with cheese bubbling right to the edge. Call now for a large one topping, just $9.99.
Where's the other team?
Another forfeit.
And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel? Hello, for $10,000. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. Your time is up.
Got milk? Finally, there's a delicious frozen dessert with no fat. That's right, Haagen-Dazs Sorbet is 0% fat, 100% Haagen-Dazs. There's nothing else quite like it. Refreshingly smooth, surprisingly creamy, and no fat. Haagen-Dazs Sorbet, it's just perfect. And now, try the first fat-free frozen yogurt good enough to be called Haagen-Dazs. 0% fat, 100% Haagen-Dazs. No artificial ingredients. Try new Haagen-Dazs fat-free frozen yogurt.
Meg, I'm sorry I ruined your cake and acted like a jerk.
No, I'm sorry I made fun of you. We should have never let Stacy come between us.
Wayne, I apologize for saying that you weren't the woman I am.
And Andy, I apologize for leaving with the first guy who looked in my general direction.
Guys, I'm returning these supplies, but I'm missing a pair of pantyhose, a bra, and a slip.
I'm not wearing them. I gave them to Raskin.
I'm just one more duck detective who works with a pig and lives with the twin sister of his dead wife, 3 sons on 2 bodies, and a comatose mother-in-law's got so much gas she's a fire hazard.
Duckman.
Coming up next.
Come here, boy. Here, Rusty. Stepman, Duckman's on. Where is the remote? Rusty's choking on it. Gross. Now it's covered in dog drool.
At least you got the channel right. Duckman's coming on.
Good boy. That's a good boy, Rusty.
Saturday night is something else on USA. Next up, Duckman.
A videotape in a plain brown wrapper. From the boys' school!
Willkommen, bienvenue, and also, howdy. I'm Dr. Bud von Lohenbrau, school psychologist, with an urgent message about Ajax, Charles, and Zamboni.
You'd at least think he could get their names right.
Which one did he miss?
Enough with the chittin'-chattin'. They are becoming disruptive, displaying antisocial behavior in the class. Simply put, your kinder are developmentally immature.
Nobody calls my kinder immature without getting their house TP'd.
Mine advice, a lift in tuta to attempt to bring their development up to that of children whose parents are actually caring about them. Dankeschön.
What was wrong with that one?
Duckman, he was wearing an I Heart Satan t-shirt.
Bernice, I'm shocked. Discriminating on the basis of religion. Once he finishes sacrificing that chicken, he could sue.
Hello, you're looking for Chito, right?
Yahoo! Oh, you bet your French roll in the hay. Oui.
Ah bien, I could not read the address because of the smeared chicken entrails. I'm lacking to apply for the position.
Actually, there's quite a few positions we could talk about. Let me grab my Kama Sutra.
I'm Bernice, and this is Duckman.
Bernice, Monsieur Homme de Canard. Je suis Régine Poulet.
So, Regine, what's your educational background?
I have a doctorate in education from La Sorbonne.
You know...
If this sentence ends in a sore bone joke, it'll cost you 3 broken ribs.
Never mind.
If you are hesitant, you need only try me for 1 afternoon. I can start with the pet. Here, nice doggy. Play dead gecko. Heal gecko. Solve gecko.
Wow, and that's TV Guide.
Impressive. But the real problem is Charles and Mambo. Lately, they just won't do a thing they're told.
Oh, madame, I've become erect with pride for a challenge. Very good, Charles. Cadmium is the only element to fit the formula for a fusion reaction in an inert metal. Excellent, Mambo. Cynic douche is the figure of speech by which the name of a material is substituted for the actual thing it makes. Splendid Ajax. It is the pointy end that writes.
I must say, Regine, I like what I see. Boys, show Regine to your father's room.
My room? Ho-ho! I lay odds, I'm gonna lay more than odds. Excuse me, Bernice. Today's menu calls for a little French dip.
Listen up, you walking spermatozoa! As long as she's in this house, you sleep on the couch, and that's only because there's no more room under the freeway. Go near her for any reason other than genuine interest in the boys, and you'll be sorry.
I'm shaking. Do your worst. By the way, what's in the box?
My worst. In here are just some of the disgusting items you've accumulated in a lifetime of depraved debauchery. I've buried the rest in a safe place. If you subject that poor, innocent girl to one comment, one grope, one drop of drool, I will burn, rip, melt, and pop your entire treasure trove!
Must control self. Only way to get sex stuff back is not to think about sex. Would be fascinated by irony if I didn't want to rip that flimsy blouse off her heaving. Much better.
Oh, Regine, everything is delicious. You are just wonderful.
Oh, no, Bernice. It is you who are wonderful. Can I tempt you with my potatoes? Oh, monsieur, take it quickly. Oh, the tire is so heavy. Excusez-moi. I'm sorry to be making to wake you. I am hungry, and the football is on top of the refrigerator. I cannot reach. I am straining and groaning, my body pressing against the cold refrigerator as my nipples just...
I'll get it, just... All that's left are apples.
An apple would be bon. Thank you, and good night, Monsieur Homme de Canard.
Kids, emergency! I'm out of ice! You still have those hidden camera photos of Aunt Bernice shaving her back? Corny, this nanny's changed our lives. The twins are behaving and doing well in school. Ajax has stopped eating out of the lawnmower bag. And best of all, I've been the very model of a modern major gentleman. Feels good for once to be able to say, I did nothing wrong.
That's a subpoena. You're being sued for sexual harassment by your kid's tutor.
Minister Zapp's congregation.
I don't just baptize them, I zaptize them.
This story and more on Weekly World News on USA. Coming up next.
Okay, folks, remember, it's only going to appear once. The elusive blue-backed whale.
I've been saving my whole life for this. You're kidding.
Some gums lose flavor fast, leaving you looking for another piece. Too bad she wasn't chewing extra sugar-free gum. It's the one with delicious, refreshing flavor that really lasts.
Maybe somebody got it on video.
Extra lasts extra long.
You may never have seen it. You may never have heard of it. But when the New York Post ranks it at the top of the list with Seinfeld, Frasier, and ER...
You always get the girl, and you know the only reason why. Because you've got the cool hair.
Maybe you should see what all the talk is about.
You know, my ophthalmologist thinks I might be allergic to the insides of my eyelids.
Find out if you've been missing the funniest new show on television.
Would you get me pregnant?
Partners.
I'm ovulating.
Wow. Right here in my apartment.
Next week on Fox.
Honey, look, it's her. That lady from the Sprint commercials, about 10 cents a minute.
Hi, how are you? I just love your dime a minute rate. Oh, isn't that nice?
Me too. It's good anywhere in the country.
And now I hear you can call all the way to Canada for a dime.
Canada? Really?
Oh, look at that.
Special on paper towels.
Dime to Canada? That's bigger news than anything you'll find in there.
This? Oh, this isn't mine. Blech.
Call now to get 10 cents a minute across the U.S. and now even to Canada. A night at Blockbuster.
That was a great romance.
Yeah?
I'm not ashamed to say I cried at the end. But comedy's good. My friends say I'm a pretty funny guy.
Really?
So, do you want to pick up some movies, get together later?
Do you want to get together with me tonight and have some fun? Here, arms, legs, abs, and buns. Call me when you catch your breath.
Come to Blockbuster Video. Check out our huge selection and pick up the Claudia Schiffer workout series. Make it a Blockbuster night.
Sexual harassment? I don't get it, Corny. I keep going over it again and again, and I didn't do a single thing wrong. I can't possibly be that oblivious. Whoa!
The Pope's been hit!
I barely even spoke to her. Well, except last night when I gave her that apple.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, as in nice work?
No, as in you're screwed. In the Judeo-Christian iconography, the apple represents forbidden fruit, the ultimate sin, implying a desire to engage in the forbidden act, hence becoming a symbol of the ultimate harassment. And they were such a good source of vitamin A.
Extra, extra, read about Lamont Street.
It's Lamont Street! Yeah!
police will kill me. Looks like I'll have to stay at your apartment for a while.
This week's bad. I'm refinishing my basement.
You don't even have a basement.
I didn't say it would be easy.
Hi, ladies. I know a wonderful depilatory that'll get rid of those mustaches. Too confusing. It was just an apple. But I'm still a man. And no matter what, I, as a man, won't stand for being mistreated by a woman. Bernice, please! What makes you think I would ever do something like this?
The women you've done it to before. And these are just the ones who could get the day off.
Regine, how could you?
I feel bad for making susu, but you make me feel, as we say en français, bad.
But...
The monster's making sexist comments about her posterior. Let's get him!
Bernice, it is très important to me that you, of all peoples, not be upset with Regine. I am ruining Duckman's life.
I know. I got you a present for that.
Oh, a sham bracelet with Jerry Lewis characters. Oh, Geisha boy, disorderly, orderly. 3 on a couch. Oh, excuse me, I am gagged with immersion. Need air. Oh, feeling faint.
I really gotta find a place to store these things. Not that I'll need them anymore when I'm through with you, Duckman.
I am not an animal! I am not an animal! Well, okay, I'm kind of an animal. I mean, a few of my features are animal-like, and I don't wear clothes, and I smell a little outdoorsy most of the time. But I have a job, and I talk and stuff, too, so when I say I'm not an animal, I think technically I'm on solid ground.
Makes sense.
I can't do it. I can't do this to myself. But where else can I go? The whole world hates me. I've been sleeping on the street for 3 days. This is the only place left that'll take me in. Fluffy, Uranus, my 2 favorite... whatever you are. I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd stop by, catch up on things, maybe stay a few years. I have to. Your beloved boss has a problem. It seems I have actually been accused of sexual harassment.
I mean, what a shock! You? Why, Mr. Duckman, we're flabbergasted, of all people.
That's better. So what are you waiting for, a valet? Who the hell decorated this place, Willy Wonka? Look, I won't be here long. The only reason I'm letting you 2 pastel pansies put me up is because I need a place to stay till things blow over. Or until I hang myself from a noose I weave out of my own intestines, whichever comes first.
Mr. Duckman, perhaps you're impaled on the horns of this particular dilemma because you haven't adapted to our changing culture. We can give you a simple test to judge whether or not your attitudes line up with the new guidelines from the Regine Poulet Society.
Dream on! I never take a test that isn't court mandated.
This one's easy. Number 1, females over the age of 18 are often called girls. How should you refer to them?
Sweet potato?
No.
Love socket?
No.
Box lunch?
No. It's women. W-O-M-Y-N. Number 2, when you're on a date, when is it okay to kiss her?
When her husband's gone?
No.
When the sore heals?
No.
After she passes out?
No. When she gives you written permission certified by a Regine-approved notary public. Let's move on to the word association part of the test.
Breasts?
Mr. Duckman, we haven't
Breasts?
Dog.
Breasts?
White.
Breasts?
Peanut butter.
Breasts?
Tanzania.
Breasts?
Communism.
Breasts?
Dolly Parton.
Bad hair.
Oh, Mr. Duckman, look at the time. Maybe we should try this tomorrow. Fluffy and I have to go to bed. If you're not tired, you could watch the incubation of the world's last spotted finch kitchen. Or listen to our rare 45 of Sean Cassidy's To Do Run Run, the only known copy in existence.
Zippity-doo-dah friggin' day. Tantalizing as those prospects are, I think I'll hit the sack myself. Anywhere fine?
Nighty-night, Uranus. Nighty-night, Fluffy. Nighty-night, Mr. Duckman.
I can't live with this lack of privacy. Go sleep outside.
Earlier today, the Regine Poulet Society proposed a ban on the sale of boysenberries until a genetically equal girlsenberry is developed.
Our language was renamed today. Thanks to the Regine Poulet Society, Hebrew will now be known as Weebrew.
The Regine Poulet Society charged a sewer worker with sexual misconduct for referring to his manhole.
Oops. Well, TV plays much too large a role in our lives anyway, don't you think?
Mr. Duckman, you didn't happen to see our last of their kind spotted finch eggs, did you?
Oh, yeah. Couldn't find the Pop-Tarts.
Mr. Duckman, is that To Do Run Run on your backside?
Of course not. I happen to be very conscious of that sort of thing. Oh, the record. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. And if that black vinyl stained any of my butt feathers, I'll be seeing you two in court.
Mr. Duckman, you've only been here 8 hours, and already you've turned our whole world topsy-turvy. We spent the entire morning burning your sheets, and your mattress, and the bed, and the carpet around the bed leading into the bathroom. And the bathroom. You have to treat people with respect, Mr. Duckman, whether it's what you say to them, or how you act in their house.
Look, these eggs need a little ketchup. Is there anything else?
As a matter of fact, there is. Get the out of here, Mr. Duckman. You deaf, Mr. Cole? Get the out of here before we tear your off and shove them up your ass. Ooh, that felt pretty good.
I'll never forget my first morning at the station, and neither will the chief.
Hey, Junior. You bought Folgers Crystals? That's not the Chief's coffee.
You're in trouble.
What's going on? Rookie bought Chief.
Folgers decaffeinated crystals are made with mountain-grown beans and are darker than this freeze-dried brand. And even the toughest critic can appreciate that.
Not bad, but you're still a rookie.
Finally, there's a delicious frozen dessert with no fat. That's right, Haagen-Dazs Sorbet is 0% fat, 100% Haagen-Dazs. There's nothing else quite like it. Refreshingly smooth, surprisingly creamy, and no fat. Haagen-Dazs Sorbet, it's just perfect. And now, try the first fat-free frozen yogurt good enough to be called Haagen-Dazs. 0% fat, 100% Haagen-Dazs. No artificial ingredients. Try new Haagen-Dazs fat-free frozen yogurt.
You're watching Duckman on USA.
Hey, look, it's Tony Schiano, president of Edwards. Tony, there's something I want to ask you.
Go ahead, shoot.
What's an Edwards pre-price discount?
Well, sometimes manufacturers put a price right on the package.
And you adhere to it?
Absolutely. We adhere to this sticker that cuts 10 to 30% off everything from snack foods to greeting cards.
So how come other stores don't have pre-price discounts?
Well, other stores aren't Edwards.
You got that right. Pre-price discounts, only at Edwards. You could pay more.
But why?
Honey, where should we have our reception?
I was thinking of Embassy Terrace. They're in a beautiful neighborhood setting in Brooklyn, and it's easy for all our guests since they're just off the Belt Parkway.
And I've heard they have great food and that they really take care of all the details. We wouldn't have to worry about a thing.
Definitely, it's Embassy Terrace. I even think we should have our company holiday party there.
Oh, great idea, honey.
Embassy Terrace, call 449-4040 and make arrangements for all your champagne occasions.
On the next Silk Stockings,
When my record comes out, I'll be a big star.
blonde ambition in the music business provides hit after hit after hit.
Oh, yes.
Sounds like a hit to me. Silk Stockings on USA. An all-new episode tomorrow night at 10.
You know you want to watch.
Regine Poulet Society.
Regine Poulet Society.
Regine Poulet Society. Regine Poulet Society. Regine Poulet Society. Regine Poulet Society.
Regine Poulet Society.
Regine Poulet Society.
Regine Poulet Society.
Fellow Crusaders, listen up! We need someone at the post office at 1 for the changing of the term mailman to person. At 2, they're going to erect, put up a statue of Regine at City Hall. And at 3, I'll be flying to South America for the renaming of Lake Titicaca.
I'm giving thank yous for your aid, Bernice. It is strange. With you, I feel a bond that is special, tender.
Stimulating. What I mean is...
Bernice, you are okay?
Okay, well, yes, I'm fine, except, well, something strange is happening. I'm having feelings.
Anyone can use a door.
What the hell are you doing here?
My kids are in this house. Can you imagine how much they miss me?
What's the matter, Dad? Did they seal the peephole in the women's bathroom at the park?
My own children turned against me. Well, don't think that means you've won, Regine. I'll have you know, my children turn against me on an almost weekly basis. Besides, there's still someone who'll stand beside me. No matter how black the night or how strong the storm, I still have my partner.
Here are the anti-Duckman pamphlets you had me print up. Oh, hi, Duckman. Boy, is my face red.
Et tu, corn-fed.
Gesundheit. What? That line always got a laugh on Mama's family.
The Regine Poulet Society has taught me that men are shallow and immature creatures whose sole purpose in life is the satisfaction of primal urges. Plus, they gave me this really neat t-shirt.
But what's so wrong about what I did? I mean, sure, I'm like any other guy. I made an occasional offensive remark.
67,418 reported incidents, not including phone booths and confessionals.
Numbers never tell the whole story. The point is, I happen to love women. I love how they look. I love how they talk. And if I'm remembering correctly, I love how they feel. And if I can't even say that out loud anymore, I give up. What's the use? They can have their sacrificial duck, because I don't care about living in a world that takes away your right to honestly express your feelings.
Kill the Duckman! Kill the Duckman!
Of course, I'm not married to this whole masses decide my fate thing.
Blacking out. Swoon. Down I go. Must be my potassium deficiency.
Here, have a banana.
You offered me a banana? The phallic fruit? I'm uncomfortable with what that implies. I'm going to sue you for sexual harassment.
What? You can't. I didn't mean anything. Besides, it can't be harassment. I'm not even a...
You're not even a what? A woman? That's right. I had to appear to abandon Duckman so I could infiltrate your society because of a hunch I had as to your real identity. The broken French accent, the unnaturally husky voice, the second-rate acting. You can only be one person. Gerard Depardieu.
King Chicken!
That was my second guess.
This is amazing! I had no idea! When did you start doing nanny work?
I don't, you cretin. It was all part of a plan. I made that videotape about your children to cajole you into hiring me as their nanny, knowing you'd cave in at the slightest sniff of flesh. But for the first time in your miserable life, you resisted coming on to a woman. So I had to entrap you and hold you up to ridicule. And why did I do it?
Duckman made you an outsider in grammar school, so you wanted to make Duckman an outsider in society. Bok, bok, bok.
Your fans.
Wait just a minute. You mean all this time I've really been attracted to a vicious and despicably evil man who almost destroyed Duckman and cruelly manipulated millions of women for his own personal gain? Thank heavens!
Choke the chicken! Choke the chicken!
Look, it's Clarence Thomas.
It doesn't matter. He's gone. And this is over. We've been wrong to take out all our frustrations on a spineless, foul-smelling sewer mouth like Duckman.
Thank you, Bernice.
Harassment is a horrible thing, but maybe a few of us have started to see it where it doesn't exist. If we're too cautious, the passion, the spontaneity, the risk-taking could be replaced by meaningless, stilted, robotic exchanges, and we'll never recapture the more interesting awkwardness that comes from simple attraction. I'm reminded of an ancient parable. And in closing, I'd like to state that only when we start respecting each other as human beings will we be able to get back to openly expressing our attraction and being attracted to whomever we want. I know they left hours ago. I just had a few things to work through.
It's okay, Bernice. I heard what you said, and you're right. Women aren't just objects to be ogled and openly lusted after. They're people. People that should be treated with dignity and respect. People who shouldn't be spoken to in the manner in which I've spoken to them in the past. Do you have my box of smut and disgusting sexual paraphernalia? I've seen the light, Bernice. From now on, there's only one answer. I'll confine my remarks to inanimate objects. They can't sue. Check out the Grand Tetons. Oh, wait. Hey, Mama. Hard to believe that tongue is attached. And what have we here, my piece de resistance? I'll feel your AirPods. Baby, I'm gonna fly your wide body.
Next on USA, it's the best of tabloid TV, Weekly World News. Then at 11, join Gilbert Gottfried as he hosts the funny flicks of USA Up All Night.
Well, come on.
Oh, do you think it's possible after all these years?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Albert, it's changing color.
I knew it.
We've got hard water.
If your soap won't lather well, and if your skin feels dry, you might have hard water, and then you need Zest. Soap leaves a drying film behind, but even in hard water, Zest rinses clean away for cleaner, smoother feeling skin.
You're not fully clean and smooth unless you're Zest fully clean.
We're not getting older.
You're getting smoother.
What's in this glass has helped you avoid the plague of cavities. Ordinary water with fluoride. What's in this glass, along with brushing and flossing, may help you avoid another menace, the gum disease gingivitis. It's Listerine. Gum disease is caused by germs. Listerine kills them. It's the only brand clinically proven to help prevent the gum disease gingivitis. For teeth, fluoride. For gums, Listerine. It's time to rinse. Listerine, the power of prevention.
Dear Mr. Clean, my big bottle of cleaner still keeps me on my hands and knees for tough dirt. Can your little bottle really do better?
Ultra Mr. Clean will help you in a big way. Unlike other cleaners, just a capful of Mr. Clean has concentrated ingredients unique to Ultras. This powerful formula attacks and dissolves dirt, easily beating this leading cleaner. So stand up to tough, hard-to-clean dirt with Ultra Mr. Clean. And clean it to the Ultra Shine.
Zapp's congregation.
I don't just baptize them, I zaptize them.
This story and more on Weekly World News on USA. Coming up next.
15 seconds to Weekly World News. Go!
Amy, I'm gonna kick your butt. Stedman moves out in front as Amy lines up a dinner roll and scars. Rusty goes in for the save, but Stedman continues to rack him and stack him. It looks like it's gonna be close, folks. Down to the wire, which he tripped over.
Coming up next, Weekly World News on USA.
Loser.
Most bizarre, outrageous, and incredible stories from around the globe. Weekly World News. And now, Edwin Newman.
Good evening, I'm Edwin Newman, welcoming you to another edition of Weekly World News on the air. Tonight we'll travel to a continent where the women are the pickup artists, visit a gym where muscles were built the old-fashioned way, and drop into a place where the hair of the dog may not be what it seems. But first, we'll meet a preacher who redefines the power of the pulpit. Some men of the cloth are truly blessed. Their personalities are so magnetic and their eloquence so inspiring that their ability to spread the word is electrifying. 4 times a year at this unassuming rural church near Florida's Talladega Speedway, the founder of the Tabernacle of the New Light performs the controversial ritual that literally charges his flock. The Reverend Ezra Barnaby is the first to admit that his talents on the pulpit are less than spellbinding.
I get so excited about the good word that I get lost in my homilies.
Testify! Still, there's no minister on earth more directly plugged into his congregation than the Reverend Barnaby. His unique brand of preaching can actually make sparks fly.
The Lord has a blessing for you.
He baptizes his followers with jumper cables.
Oh, the power of the Lord! I don't just baptize them. I zaptize them.
The Reverend Barnaby came up with his hot wire to heaven technique by pure happenstance.
I was working on my 78 Chevy just like this. And somehow when I went to reconnect the battery, I got the wires crossed. The first thing I felt, of course, was a charge. And then, the next thing, I felt the Holy Spirit. Amen.
It seems to me what Reverend Barnaby is trying to do is create a cult around himself via electric shock therapy.
He said to me, Reverend Ezra, I want you to go forth and ignite your flock with my word. Who am I to argue with the sacred word of the Lord? Amen.
The Reverend Barnaby's technique seems relatively simple, and he insists quite harmless.
You are ready to receive your
Baptismal candidates stand before the preacher, who stands beside a highly charged car battery with jumper cables attached. Just before the actual moment of baptism, the Reverend Barnaby touches the ends of the cables together, then briefly touches them to his congregants' ears.
I find that they do tense for a split second as the shock hits. They feel it, but there's not enough voltage to do any harm.
Sister, arise! Arise and walk in your new life.
It's like a cleansing. You feel the Holy Spirit tingling through you to your very fingertips. My family and I feel closer together, closer to God, and more prepared and willing to do His will.
And although most of the Reverend Barnaby's congregation have embraced his unusual methods, there are still a few non-believers.
I challenge them to come forward and let me zap. Oh, let me zap you with the Holy Spirit the way we experience it here at the Tabernacle of the New Light. Praise the Lord. He prevails today, and He will prevail forever. Praise the Lord. Praise Him. Praise the Lord.
Still ahead, hairstyles that are doggone crazy. And coming up next, the skinny on Aussie garbage collecting. When Weekly World News continues.
USA Tuesday Night Fights really knocked me out. Yo.
Get knocked out. Tuesday at 10.
Hi, we're from this new show, Partners. It's kind of like the Mary Tyler Moore Show, except Rhoda and Phyllis are guys.
No, actually, it's like Gomer Pyle.
Only, oh no, it's nothing like Gomer Pyle.
No, it's exactly like the Mod Squad.
Yes.
Except that he's white, and we don't solve crime.
See why the Chicago Tribune calls Partners sophisticated and funny, the season's best new sitcom.
This place is just one big boys club. They should take the entire office, put it 30 feet up in a tree with a rope ladder and a sign that says no girls.
Watch Partners next week on Fox.
Solid.
It's new, it's thick, and it's perfect for dipping. Old El Paso, where to take a dip.
It could be the fastest way to earn miles on most major U.S. airlines since the invention of the jet. Rent a car from Alamo in January, and you can earn up to 3 times the miles you normally earn when you rent from Alamo, or up to 4 times when you use your American Express card. So for a faster way to a free ticket, just ask Alamo and start earning up to 4 times as many miles. There won't be a faster way to earn them until they start building faster planes.
Why pour, measure, lug, splash, and push to clean your hardwood floors when there's new Mop & Glow Hardwood Floor Cleaner? Just squirt and mop. No dulling residue, no rinsing. It couldn't be easier. New Mop & Glow Hardwood Floor Cleaner. One step away from clean.
It's just the morning and you don't need to caffeinate it for 2.
Wake up to Folgers Coffee Singles, made with ground roast decaffeinated coffee for 1 freshly brewed cup.
The best part of waking up
Is Singles in your cup.
The regular ritual tends to go something like this.
Trevor! Could you please take out the trash?
But for the men of the small Australian outback community south of Milliebank, Garbage Day feels more like a holiday.
I can't get enough of it, I really can't. It's the highlight of my week.
Nobody has to prod the men of Milliebank who wait anxiously at curbside for the Monday morning arrival of the garbage truck. The Garbage Gals, as they're called, were the idea of village manager Rodney Gavin.
Well, it started when the Garbers had been on strike for about 3 weeks. Awful mess. The garbage was piling high, and the town stunk. And then it hit me, you know. I was watching Baywatch one night on telly, and I saw this girl, Pamela, walking by the dustbins on the beach. And I got it. Right then. Trash and tarts.
So he put an advertisement in several area newspapers. More than 200 women applied. Rachel Davies and Jillian Taylor, both seniors at Victoria State University, got the job.
The men couldn't be nicer. They tried to be a little too nice at first, if you know what I mean, but, well, we made it clear what kind of girls we are.
We may be in garbage, but that doesn't mean we're trashy.
Yeah, the only pickups we care about are what we get from the cans.
Still, the Garbage Gal concept does not smell sweet to everyone. Phone company worker Sarah Armstrong considers the message it sends out to be rubbish.
In a society where women have moved ahead so much, we're professionals, we've moved into so many great territories, and now these garbos look like cheap pin-up girls.
I think some of the women are just jealous of the attention we're getting. We do our jobs well, and I really don't think it's anyone's damn business what we wear or don't wear.
We're all used to the outdoors here. I mean, what's the harm?
Harm? Oh, quite the contrary. Up until the time that they came on the scene, we couldn't get anybody interested in the recycling program, but thanks to them, everybody's interested and we're saving the planet for future generations.
California's Gold's Gym is famous around the world for its heroic physiques and the sophisticated equipment required to sculpt them into human statuary. These super-hard golden bodies have the timeless strength of a golden age when mythic heroes walked the earth and epic poems were penned to immortalize their legends. The greatest of all mythological heroes was the mighty Hercules. Worshipped throughout the ancient world as the embodiment of strength and endurance, he wrestled lions, killed monsters, and single-handedly changed the course of rivers. All of which makes archaeologist Tipton Jones's recent discovery within this rocky cavern in the mountains of Turkey that much more monumental.
This is Hercules' Gym, where one of the greatest historical figures of all time worked out and shaped his body on a regular basis.
A professor of archaeology and civilization at Boston's University College, Dr. Jones was heading a routine dig last spring when a local sheep herder led him to a cave with peculiar markings and a preserved wall mural.
I was amazed to find these hieroglyphics, and written on them in the original Greek form was the name Hercules.
From the findings that Dr. Jones has made, these immense amounts of artifacts and hieroglyphics, to be absolutely substantial evidence of the existence of an early gym.
Here is a primitive version of the modern-day barbells made of rock, skin, and bone.
But at least one expert is throwing doubt upon these Herculean claims.
I mean, what you and I would call a couple of rocks and sticks, as Dr. Jones calls barbells. I mean, it's a totally ludicrous claim. I mean, I might as well say that Richard III's sword. Or here's my most amazing discovery. Why, it's the forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden. Hercules, Jim, my ass.
Over here we have the master stroke of his achievement, a primitive version of the modern-day Stairmaster.
There are at least a dozen treadmills and rowing machines still to be found.
And while the legend of Hercules, son of the mighty Zeus and Alcmena, has always been one of fabulous strength, Dr. Jones and his colleagues are determined to perhaps shine a different light on the legendary Greek hero.
Hercules invented these machines out of necessity because, as you can see from the left-handed drawing, he really was, want of a better word, a weakling.
It is bunk. I was the first one ever to invent these pieces of equipment you have in the gym today.
As Hercules himself spent many hours in this gym, it affords a unique glimpse into how the great man spent many of his days.
Ask Dr. Jones if he can do this. If he can't, maybe you ought to get my new book, How to Revitalize Your Life After 50.
Still to come, an insightful trip to the dentist. And just ahead, Randy Kagan meets a larger-than-life hero when Weekly World News returns.
You're watching Weekly World News on USA.
Why pour, measure, lug, splash, and push to clean your hardwood floors when there's new Mop and Glow Hardwood Floor Cleaner? Just squirt and mop. No dulling residue, no rinsing. It couldn't be easier. New Mop and Glow Hardwood Floor Cleaner. One step away from clean.
You're watching Weekly World News on USA.
Hey, look, it's Tony Schiano, president of Edwards. Tony, there's something I want to ask you.
Go ahead, shoot.
What's an Edwards pre-price discount?
Well, sometimes manufacturers put a price right on the package.
And you adhere to it?
Absolutely. We adhere to this sticker that cuts 10 to 30% off everything from snack foods to greeting cards.
So how come other stores don't have pre-price discounts?
Well, other stores aren't Edwards.
You got that right. Pre-price discounts only at Edwards. You could pay more.
But why?
Everyone can be beautiful. Let PJS Cosmetics bring out the true beauty in you. Find everything you need to pamper yourself. Cosmetics, fragrances, pro hair care, bath products, jewelry and accessories. Professional cosmeticians perform expert makeovers. PJS ships anywhere in the U.S. from perfume to gift baskets with discounts for large corporate orders. Look for our weekly specials and sale items in this week's Brooklyn Skyline. PJS 1-800-WITH-LOVE. Our specialty is you.
We now join our special correspondent, Randy Kagan, in Columbus, Ohio, with Mr. Pipesqueak.
You know, when it rains, stuff ends up here. Sometimes things even get stuck in here. When things do get stuck, there's somebody who runs around removing the stuck stuff. Meet the Pipesqueak. How did you first get started in this line of work?
Well, Randy, my father was a plumber, and little by little I started doing little jobs with my father. My size is an asset to the city because I can remove stuff out of the pipes that other people can't fit into.
This is where you work?
Yep, this is my office.
Oh, I hate to see the lunchroom.
Clarence specializes, and I specialize.
Yeah, anything below 30 inches I won't go in.
I'll be up here a lot of times when he's in the pipe.
That's the smallest I'll go in. Anything smaller, I'll get stuck.
Is it true that when you were very young, you got stuck in a straw?
No, a toilet.
Oh, a toilet. I'm sorry to hear that. So you're like the lookout.
If flash flood would come, I would be up here to look out.
What things have you found in these pipes?
All the treasures here. Woo, woo, woo! Tennis racket. Look at this. Play ball!
I think you're spending a little too much time in the pipe.
Look, I found this. Somebody's wig.
That is a treasure.
Look, I found this.
Maybe you should get out in the pipe a little bit.
No?
Clarence, tell me a little bit about the day that you saved Joey.
Well, Joey somehow fell into the pipes.
I was trying to catch it and went into the pipe. It was stinky, really dark in there.
I've told the children over and over not to go anywhere near the pipe.
So where were you when Joey got caught in the pipe?
I was up above, as we call it.
I happened to hear a scream, and I went down the pipe looking for him.
Suddenly I saw this light.
I think he thought I was an elf.
And he said, "Don't worry, I'll get you out of here."
I just dislodged his foot, and we walked out together.
Are you ever going to play in the pipes again?
No way.
He was a hero in my eye and always will be.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them wear tights, some wear capes, some make wonder powers activate. But you know what? A hero is a hero. It doesn't matter what size. I'm Randy Kagan, and like theCUBE says, this is Weekly World News. Back to you, Edwin.
Thank you, Randy. We'll be right back.
Coming up, hairstyles that have gone to the dogs and an insightful trip to the dentist when Weekly World News returns.
The beat goes on. Silk Stockings on USA. Tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central.
You know you want to watch.
The last one's left the house. It's just the two of you now. It's time for Create a Meal. It's a great meal without a big hassle. Brown your favorite meat, lay on a hearty measure of Green Giant's fresh-tasting veggies, our delicious Create a Meal sauce, and in 20 minutes, it's dinner, the way it used to be. It's a fresh solution to dinner. Create a Meal.
Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
It could be the fastest way to earn miles on most major U.S. airlines since the invention of the jet. Rent a car from Alamo in January, and you can earn up to 3 times the miles you normally earn when you rent from Alamo, or up to 4 times when you use your American Express card. So for a faster way to a free ticket, just ask Alamo, and start earning up to 4 times as many miles. There won't be a faster way to earn them until they start building faster planes.
We're going to kill them. They're history.
Let me at them. Give me 2 minutes and there'll be nothing left of them.
One bite of Domino's deep dish.
I love.
And you're talking deep.
Sinking my teeth in them. No stop until the last one's demolished.
The cheese and crust combo that'll blow them away. Mile-high crust loaded with cheese bubbling right to the edge. Call now for a large one topping just $9.99.
Where's the other team?
Another forfeit.
Tomorrow on USA at 6, Jeff Fahey gets Blindsided, a USA Pictures original. At 8, don't miss Murder, She Wrote, and Renegade rides in at 9.
For more than half her life, Gunilla Thoresen knew nothing but darkness. Blinded by a logging accident in her early teens, this 27-year-old Swedish woman learned to cope in a world without light.
When I needed eyes to describe beautiful things to me, I would just borrow Melker's. He has always been there for me. I had been with Melker for many years, but I had never seen his face. And often I would run my fingers over his features and, try to imagine what he looked like. But I would pray to God every single day that I would be able to see his face just once. But, I just realized that would never happen.
Dr. Henrik Torvald, one of Sweden's foremost eye specialists, began treating Gunilla right after the tragic accident.
I hate to discourage a patient with the word hopeless, but with Gunilla I could offer no hope.
It was like being reborn.
Amazingly, Gunilla's sight was restored visiting the one place she was always afraid of, the dentist's office.
I was terrified of going to the dentist. It scares me more than anything.
I was especially gentle with Gunilla. I looked in her mouth. There was a terrible abscess. The tooth had rotted. It had to go.
When the doctor pulled, it was so painful. But I could see flashes of light. And it was like when you close your eyes real tightly, and then suddenly he pulled real hard again, and I could see.
We were both speechless. When I finally caught my breath, the only words that came that I could think of were, if you don't floss regularly, you can go blind again.
Both Gunilla and Dr. Olsen, they experienced this strange odor that came out when the tooth was extracted. Now, never in my medical experience have I ever experienced anything like that.
Suddenly I hear Gunilla calling, "Melker, Melker," and I look, and there she is, running down the street towards me, and I couldn't believe it. Tears were running down both of her cheeks, and she held my face in her hands, and she said, "Melker, Melker, I can say that, I can see you, I can see you," and I kiss her pretty face. And I say, "Welcome back to me, welcome back to the world."
Now we walk in the flower garden almost every day, and it's so beautiful. The colors are so strong, and it's just almost a bit too much for me. It's so much to take in. There's one thing I can tell you. I will never take this gift that has been returned to me for granted. There are so many beautiful things to see, but I still don't like going to the dentist.
Hollywood and its next-door neighbor, Beverly Hills, home to mansions, movie stars, and the only phone company in the world with an unlisted number. Shops, boutiques, and galleries offer an abundance of luxuries to keep even the most acquisitive of the rich and famous satisfied. But has the town that gave us the glitter and glamour of the movies finally just gone to the dogs? Meet Emily St. Pierre. A former award-winning movie hairstylist, she now exclusively combs out canines at the Darling Pooch, her swank salon in Hollywood, California. But what is bringing the rich and famous to Emily's door is not just the miracles she performs on dogs with hair. She also performs miracles on dogs that are thinning, balding, or just out for something new.
One day, on the set, Candace... Do I need to say more? Okay, a few more minutes. Candace brings in her Shih Tzu. Now, right away, I noticed this little bald spot right on the top. Candace had tried to cover it with a bow, but you know how vain Shih Tzus can be, and you could see it was thinning, like right here. So what I did was I did a quick weave by taking some hair off the back. I made some extensions, and, well, you know how it goes. Before you know it, she tells a friend, and she tells another friend, and pretty soon I got me a business. See? It's Dolly.
What began for Emily as relatively simple weaves has turned into a line of uniquely shaggy doggy-doos that can match the pedigreed hairlines of your favorite stars to the tonsorial needs of man's best friend.
Oh, wow, red is your color, yeah. See here, we have the Elvis model, and the Newt Gingrich, George Burns, Barbra Streisand, David Letterman. You know, I shouldn't say this, but I tried a Sam Donaldson model, and the dogs would just scratch it right off. But what I'm really good at is complete hairstyles. This Whoopi Goldberg, for instance, this is particularly flattering to French poodles.
The work that goes into these dog toupees and wigs is reflected in their hair-raising prices.
A simple weave starts at $45. Our Starline toupees go from $150 to $200. We start advertising them on TV next week. And our custom fit toupees start at $200. Then there's my line of specials. They start at $750 to buy, or you can rent them for $75 a day.
Beverly Hills animal psychologist Armand Greenberg thinks these hairdos do wonders for their wearers.
For one thing, dogs do indeed like to be pampered. And they like to look their best. They know when they do and when they don't. And just as humans feel uncomfortable about losing their hair, so do dogs. So I say if a wig can raise your dog's self-esteem, then go for it.
And if it doesn't?
We have the Sinead O'Connor and the Willard Scott. It's as in as anything. On the right breeds, it's gonna work. There's nothing like the feeling I get in the pit of my stomach when I see a dog leaving here contented and happy. They say that every dog has its day, so why shouldn't both the dog and the day be beautiful? You know what I'm saying?
And we now welcome via satellite Miss Emily St. Pierre, owner of the Darling Pooch Salon. Emily, welcome.
Hi, Ed. How's it going?
Emily, we've seen some of your canine creations. Can you tell us whether you're working on anything new?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm working on some new designs for the Generation Xers. I have a Courtney Love, also a Keanu Reeves Deluxe Edition, and I'm working on a RuPaul.
Is there one celebrity that you get more requests for than any other?
Without a doubt, Sylvester Stallone. Women, they love him. Men, they want to be just like him, and go figure, they want their dog to be like him too, especially the Judge Dredd look. Personally, I don't see it. I'm not really a fan. I prefer Clint Eastwood, something more old-fashioned.
Thank you, Emily.
Well, thank you, Edwin.
And that's tonight's edition of Weekly World News. I'm Edwin Newman. Good night.
Production facilities provided in part by Universal Studios Florida, the #1 movie studio and theme park in the world.
Waiting. Fine.
The video you're watching comes courtesy of Telehell, the podcast where TV meets torture. Listen at telehell.libsyn.com or wherever you stream podcasts.